This is our bioprospecting laboratory. In bioprospecting laboratory under Professor T. Parimelalagan, we are documenting and scientifically validating traditional medicinal plants in and around the Western Ghats. We are focusing mainly on the pharmacological and nutraceutical applications of the plants and their bioactive compounds, and the research outcomes will be commercialized as a plant-based products for the safety and efficacy of the social peoples. And we are so far investigated 52 medicinally important plants, and 4 of them are patented, and we got many projects under central government institutes, DST, DBT, DRDO. They are our lab alumni working in USA, China, South Africa. Currently 5 research students are working in the laboratory. So far 13 PhD and 10 MPhil students are completed from our laboratory. Our sir Dr. T. Parimelalagan published more than 5 books and conducted many international and national conferences. From our laboratory, more than 100 research papers were published in international journals, and we are collaborated with many universities, University of Hawaii, University of Johannesburg, Federal University of Sergipe. We so far we completed 8 projects from various funding agencies, DRDO, DST, RUSA, and we have 3 ongoing projects. First, we collect the medicinal plants and subjected to drying for phytochemical extraction. After drying, the plant materials will be ground well. Then the grounded plant materials will be extracted in the oxalate extraction. So in our lab, basically we use oxalate extractor for extraction. So this is mantle, and this is round bottom. This is extractor and condenser. This is the water inlet and outlet. The basic principle of this oxalate is evaporation, condensation, and again precipitation. So the solvent we used various from non-polar to polar solvents, from pet ether to methanol water. So the sample, required amount of sample will be packed in a thimble or a Whatman filter paper, and the solvents used here, while heating, the solvents will be evaporated and condensed, and it will be go in a cycle. After the completion of the cycle, we get the phytocompounds in an extracted manner. This is the automated oxalate extracted unit, where we can extract efficient phytocompounds with low amount of solvents in a short period of time. After oxalate extraction, we can extract the phytocompounds, the liquid in solvents. Then the extracted phytochemicals will be condensed in the rotary vacuum evaporator. So the mechanism behind the rotary vacuum evaporator is, under a vacuum, the boiling point of the solvents will be reduced from its original boiling point. This is the water bath, where we can maintain the temperature of the solvents. Example, the boiling point of the water is 100 degrees Celsius, but here we maintain 60 to 70 degrees Celsius under vacuum, where the water will be evaporated. So the rotary vacuum evaporator is very effective for a bulk extraction and condensation of the phytocompounds, and the time for the condensation will be saved more in this equipment. Here this is the rotating unit. The extract is placed in this rotating RB flask, where the solvents and the extracts are rotated. The rotation unit is to maintain the temperature evenly among the solvents. So the evaporated solvents will be condensed here, where it is connected to the water, and the condensed solvents are collected in this flask. The vacuum maintained in this unit will be achieved by the vacuum motor. Then finally we can get the extracts in this manner. After extraction, the samples are identified or estimated the phytocompounds. First we identify the carbohydrates, starch, fructose, phenolics, flavonoids, tannins using preliminary assays. After that, the nutritional composition of the samples will be analyzed using a standard protocols. Vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fructose, reducing sugar, starch are analyzed. Then secondary metabolites such as polyphenolics, flavonoids, tannins, saponins, anthocyanins are estimated and quantified. After that, the in vitro antioxidant assays will be, antioxidant potential of these samples will be analyzed using standard protocols. We followed more than 10 antioxidant protocols. Then in vitro anti-diabetic, anti-arthritic, anti-inflammatory activities are also carried out. After the in vitro studies, we move on to the in vivo animal models. In vivo animal models, we use in vivo antioxidant, anti-diabetic, wound healing, anti-inflammatory assays will be carried out. The protocols followed in our laboratory have been published by our professor in Springer as a form of book and pharmacological assays of plant-based natural products. After various in vitro assays, the identification of the phytocompounds carried out using various chromatographic techniques such as thin layer chromatography, HPLC, then column chromatography and flash chromatography. First we use thin layer chromatography to standardize the solvent system. With these results, we move on to the column chromatography. We use various sizes of silica columns based on the nature of the material to isolate the compounds, and then we characterize the isolated compounds using various techniques. This is flash chromatography, combined version of column and the HPLC, where we can identify and isolate the phytocompounds using lambda max. Here we use different size of columns based on the nature of the compounds and the solvent, and the flow of the solvents will be controlled using advanced software, and the identified peaks are collected in the test tubes. So this is the advanced model for isolate the phytocompounds, where in the classical model column chromatography, the phytocompounds are isolated based upon the gravitational force. Here pressure is maintained. Under high pressure the compounds will be identified, which is more efficient and time saving.